أعوذ بالله السميع العليم من الشيطان اللعين الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين، وصلى الله وسلم على سيدنا ونبينا محمد وآله الطيبين الطاهرين. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد وعجل فرجه. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. عظم الله أجورنا وأجوركم بمصابنا بالإمام زين العابدين عليه السلام. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant us the opportunity to visit Imam al-Abidin alayhi salam and the Imams in Medina, and grant us his shafa'ah and the shafa'ah of his grandfather in the hereafter. The Imam salawatullah wa salamu alayhi was the Imam after the martyrdom of Abu Abdullah al-Hussein alayhi salam, and the leader at the time of the Isara and captivity that they went through, the Ahlul Bayt went through, witnessing some of the most difficult situations that the family of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam went through and witnessed. Therefore, the Imam spent the rest of his life in tears. And when he was asked, why would you cry for so long? He said, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala described the Prophet of his time, Nabiullah Yaqub ala nabina wa alayhi salam, to have cried for so long until he lost his eyesight. And he knew that his son Yusuf ala nabina wa alayhi salam was living. Yet I witnessed my master, my father, and my brothers and some of the family members of Ahlul Bayt and their companions. I witnessed all of them butchered on the plains of Karbala. Therefore, the Imam was one of the Bakka'in, one of those who were frequently in tears. And this is, in fact, a beautiful attribute of a believer, that they should have a soft heart and cry and shed tears in consideration of the presence of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and shed tears of or in situations where God is disobeyed and humanity is oppressive or has wronged somebody. A believer sheds tears, a believer is saddened and is in grief, and the Imam was the master of those. As usual, it is a Thursday night, Laylatul Jumu'ah. We try and cover some ethical and moral issues that are important in our spiritual journey, as Laylatul Jumu'ah is an opportunity for return and purification, return to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and purification in that journey to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We've been reflecting on lines from Dua Makarim al-Akhlaq from Imam Zain al-Abidin alayhi salam. He, in fact, taught so much through his supplications and dua. Some of the most beautiful supplications that we have. Tonight, however, I want to reflect on one of the supplications that are recommended for the days of the week. The Imam salawatullah wa salamu alayhi, he taught some supplications for each day of the week, having one specific or a specific dua or supplication for each day of the week. And some of those, in fact, the combination, if we were to look at the combination of those du'as, we will find that we've asked for everything we could ask throughout the week. But different days with different supplications or different things that we would ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for relevant and more in line with that day. Even the days seem to have, the names of the days seem to have significance. In some of those, or one of those du'as, the Imam says, واجعل الحياة زيادة لي في كل خير والوفاة راحة لي من كل شر. Beautiful 2 lines of dua that I want to briefly reflect on. That in fact it would summarize also everything we would ask for in very short terms and very simple terms. The Imam says, make, oh my Lord, make this life, hayat here in this world, in this dunya, make it the kind of life that through which I can increase in every good thing that is expected in this dunya. So some of those good things could be well-being, health, being financially comfortable. Some of those good things to have a good family, good neighbors. However, those good things in this dunya that the Imam asks for are never opposite to the journey to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, because that is no longer good. The ayah, for instance, in the Holy Quran we read, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala describes the people who don't care for akhirah. He says, they say, فَمِنَ النَّاسِ مَنْ يَقُولُ رَبَّنَا آتِنَا فِي الدُّنْيَا وَمَا لَهُ فِي الْآخِرَةِ مِنْ خَلَاقٍ. Some of the people, they say, oh Lord, give us in this world. We just want this world. And they have no share in akhirah because they don't care, they didn't ask for it. And so for them, it's not about whether or not it's good what we're getting. It's as long as it is what we consider beautiful. Atina fid dunya, whatever is beautiful, whatever is pleasurable, goodness that we consider or perceive as goodness. But it doesn't matter whether or not it's in line with our journey to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Whereas the believers, وَمِنْهُمْ مَنْ يَقُولُ رَبَّنَا آتِنَا فِي الدُّنْيَا حَسَنَةً وَفِي الْآخِرَةِ حَسَنَةً. Amongst them are those who specifically ask for what is good and what is beautiful in this world that is also reflecting in its beauty in the hereafter, وَفِي الْآخِرَةِ حَسَنَةً, and therefore protect us from the hellfire, وَقِنَا عَذَابَ النَّارِ. They are the ones who will have a share of goodness in this world, and they will also have the share of goodness in the hereafter. So the Imam, when he says, make this life, وَاجْعَلِ الْحَيَاةَ زِيَادَةً لِي فِي كُلِّ خَيْرٍ, he is not referring to wealth, for instance, full stop. No, wealth that is good for me, khayr. He's not referring to health that is good for me, full stop. No, health as long as it's good for me, good for my journey